Welcome back to Fallout, the board game Rise of the Master. This is the second session. We are at turn 7. We have to do a little cleanup because some elements that I omitted from near the end of the last playthrough. So first of all, I did not give myself the appropriate number of experience points for taking out the Unity Acolyte. That was the last thing that I did, and also taking out the fire ant a little bit earlier in the game. The fire ant has a level of 2, and that means I get 2 XP for that. 1 XP takes me to the eye, the second one takes me back to the beginning. Once it hits the beginning, what do we get? We get a new one of these. We will dig into our little box, pull out 2, and they are both eyes, and we already have an eye. Great. So what happens here? We go to our perks, and we get the intelligence. And that's not intelligence, is it? No, that's perception. Intelligence is... that's luck. Intelligence is this one. So we have 3 that we can choose from. So discard to level up. Keep both special tokens. If you gain a perk, you cannot choose Swift Learner. So I can't kind of get into a like an infinite loop thing going on. Okay, if an enemy would kill you during a fight, discard to get mad, suffer no damage or radiation, and kill that enemy instead. That could be interesting, particularly since we have a Mylok, a Mylok Queen very nearby. And the third one is discard at a settlement to gain a weapon item from the shop or from any discard pile. Oh, well, there aren't any weapon items in the shop at the moment, so that's less useful for us. You know, I'm inclined to choose Swift Learner, and let's really level up pretty quick because we haven't got that much right now, so we're going to do that. Swift Learner it is. And we can discard to level up. But let's first of all get our 2 XP from killing the Unity Acolyte, because he was Y equals 2, so he was level 2. So we go 1, 2. Okay, we don't do that. Now, again on the catch-up. One more thing that I did not do was when I moved from this space into this space, I didn't take 1 damage as per my mutation. So it says when you perform a move action, you lose 1 HP. I think I'm going to have to perform a camp action. Maybe what I might do is to explore this tile and then make a decision depending on what it is. Maybe I can then do a camp action here to gain 3 XP back, because you know, 1 nasty fight and I'm knocked out. I mean, there's no great cost from being knocked out, but if I do get knocked down back here, I can, and that helps me to get myself back up to Lost Hills Bunker. So first things first though, let's discard Swift Learner. Well, let's start our turn first. So there's one thing we need to do at the start of our turn, and that is deal with Dogmeat. Dogmeat has 1 pip, so he's still healing. So now at the start of the turn, we turn it to 0 pips. At the start of the next turn, he's going to come back to us. Right, Swift Learner, discard to level up. Keeping both special tokens. If you gain a perk, you cannot gain Swift Learner. So maybe we'll get another perk. Let's give these a good mix up because I really don't want an I again. And that one is less appropriate later on in the game when we have lots of specials. So there's one. It's an L for luck. And here's one which is an A. Fantastic. A and L. Now the slight disadvantage there is it's going to take me 3 XP to level up again, but we've got there. All right, let's see where we are. So this is turn 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do what we were trying to do. Let's explore this tile to start with and then make a decision as to where we're going to go from there. There is nothing happening on this tile. There is no settlements. There's no reason to do anything else. But there is a robot. So we have a Robo Brain, which only takes hit. He's aggressive and he is ranged. That doesn't make me happy because he is only 1 space away from me, but let's see how that goes. So let's perform a camp action. That will gain 3 XP. 1, 2, 3. That's a little bit healthier buffer that I've got there. It's actually very difficult to get rid of radiation, but we do have Radaway in the shop. So if I can get to a shop, first of all I need to get some caps because I only have 1 and this is going to cost 4. But if I get to a shop, I can recover 4 of those and that will make me much more comfortable. So let's see how we are. So there's our action, and we just need to draw an activation card. And oh, look, the Marla Queen is going to attack us. Ah, that's wonderful. This is not going to be good. Dogmeat isn't with us until the next turn, so we're kind of stuck with this one, and we need to hope for the best. Hope we don't get damaged. I'm kind of glad that we didn't get through. Oh, okay, let's see. Well, we didn't do anything to her whatsoever. Now, actually, as a result of using the camp action, I would have got a well-rested trait. Now, because obviously I had a good snooze. The well-rested trait allows us to re-roll once. We discard it. So we've rested and we're making a little bit of extra effort. So we're going to do that. And I think, I'm inclined, seeing there's no hits at all on our enemy, I'm inclined to say let's just go for a full reroll and hope for the best. It can be worse than what we've just experienced, but it may not be. Okay, well, it is no worse for us. We hit the Milot Queen for 1, but she's going to absorb that with her 1 armor. And we can absorb 2 of those pips, so only 1 of them goes through. She is a level 3, so we will take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, there goes the benefit of my camp. And she offers some radiation as well, so she's really unpleasant. And that's it. We don't kill her. She stays where she is. There's nothing that indicates that she will do anything else. That is the end of that turn. We start the next turn. We see that Dogmeat has no pips. Therefore, he will return to us. And we now get that die as part of what we are doing. Fantastic. Right. I'm going to refresh these. Ready for the next turn. The next activation phase. So what we really need to do is get ourselves to Lost Hills Bunker, right? Because we need to drop off the holodisc there. All right, so we have a choice. We can go here and there and there, here and there and there. Now, it seems much more advantageous to me to reveal this tile rather than this one, because that opens up this area here. Even though that could be a really important one. But can we go over there without getting the robo brain a little unhappy? Because as soon he is aggressive, so as soon as we go into his space, then in fact as soon as we go to an adjacent space, so we can't actually avoid triggering that dude. So can we get to this in one move? So if we paid 1 cap, we get an extra movement. We get an extra movement from our mutation. So that's 3 movement points. 1, 2, 3. So that gets us there. The fight's going to happen no matter what. So we'll have to do that, I think. So we take that. We take 1 more damage. Oh, this isn't good. We take another damage because we have moved. We're going to resolve that fight there before we finish off, because that's the point that he will attack us. So the Robo Brain. This time, I really don't want to have to take damage here, because if 2 hits get through, we've got a real problem. Okay, so let's go for it. So 1 hit is attacking us from an adjacent square with the ranged weapon. So 1 pip is going to get through 1 hit. And let's see what else we have. Okay, he takes a hit in the body only. And we haven't done it. We have not taken him out. We've hit his legs. Look at that. We've just hit his legs like nobody's business. The distinct advantage of this, there is no pips coming up. 1 will get blocked by my armor, so I do not take any damage. Dogmeat, however, does take damage. So although we didn't actually take this guy out, and there's no advantage to taking him out other than just getting him out of the way, but of course something even worse might come back. He's not going to give us any goodies or anything. We would have got XP, but I'm more concerned about taking damage right now. So let's move our other 2, and we will risk the activation deck not reactivating him and having a damage. So my second action, I'm going to explore this tile. We have the Palisades. There's a little bit of difficult terrain there, and we have super mutants, which is not great. So we have a Brute, which is a level 3, also aggressive, gives us some loot, and also only takes hit to the body. All right, activation time. Let's see where we're at. Oh boy. Okay. No, yes, the Robo Brain is going to attack us again, because he's going to activate and he's going to attack us from where he is. The Myla Queen is on an adjacent space. Remember, we're playing the flight variant that only enemies that are on your tile or adjacent tiles will activate. Myla Queen is on an adjacent tile and she will move 1 tile closer. So let's see, can she get to us? So we are there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So she will get there, because that space actually brings her a little closer to us. And the Robo Brain attacks us again. Nothing we can do about it. Dogmeat's not part of the equation at this point. He is still injured. Let's hope for the best. We have no rerolls left. Oh, that's not very good at all. So he takes 2 hits to the body, which will take him out, and 1 hit to the head. But we take 1, 2, 3, 4 pips, 5 pips worth of damage. There's 1 because he's ranged and we don't have a ranged weapon. 5 pips of damage. We save 2. 3 get through. You can do the math, right? 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are knocked out. That means our hit points go back up to max. This does not change. We are still stuck here. And we must return to any space on the Crossroads camp tile. Now it's advantageous for us to be here, so I'm going to put it there. We would discard anything in our inventory. Now obviously if we discard the hollow disk card, this one here, we have no way of getting it back again. So I guess we should keep that one. It's kind of separate. It's not really in the inventory because we're allowed to carry 3 items in our inventory. That doesn't include the hollow disk card. So we don't have anything. We don't have to concern ourselves about that. But what we did do is we defeated the Robo Brain, right? 2 hits to the body. He's level 2. Yes, we did. That gives us 2 XP. Which is something, I guess. I mean, look at that roll. That's ridiculous. It could be worse, right? It could be worse. We return the Robo Brain to the bottom of the pile for robots, and then we have a Mr. Gutsy. Again, he's ranged, but at least he's not... No, we shouldn't have looked at that. We shouldn't have looked at that, should we? When we do this, we place them face down. So I've put the Mr. Gutsy on the bottom. Let's put that face down. We won't discover what that is until it activates. Oh boy. Right. Next turn, dog meat heals a little. Okay, so I'm inclined to say, let's explore here. Maybe there is an easier route than going through all of this mess here. I'm going to explore. Exploring is always good, right? Super duper mart, and there is a human on it, and we have a Raider Psycho, level 2, aggressive but with loot. So 1 movement will take us to the Psycho. He will attack us because we enter into his space. We kind of get rid of him straight away. Okay, 1, 2. We take 1 damage because we have moved, and we now have a fight. Dogmeat is not back with us yet. What do we have? He will take body and legs. So we have body, body, and legs. So he is killed. 2 pips in my direction, so 2 hits. I can defend against those 2 hits with my armor, so I take no damage. He is a level 2, so we get 2 XP and we get a loot. So first of all, the XP. We put this down at 1. And then we go and grab our... We have a C and an A. We already have an A, so we will take the C. Then we have 1 XP we haven't spent, which go up there. Alright, he also has loot. Pick a loot card. It is Hancock, which is a companion. Now, in the base game, in the regular game that doesn't have dog meat, you can only have 1 companion at a time. If you get another one, you have to discard the companion. But dog meat is a special companion. Okay, he's a special companion friend. He's not like a normal companion. So, Hancock says, exhaust to move an enemy within 2 spaces of you into your space and fight it. If that enemy is not killed during that fight, discard this card. If you have P, keep this companion when it unexhausts. So what happens is when you use a companion, you exhaust that companion, and then when you perform a camp action, you unexhaust the companion. But normally that companion gets fed up with you using him, and he just says, "Hey, I'm off now." But we don't have P, therefore he will clear off. So with perception, we'll be able to keep him. So it's going to be good to get up. So the other thing I did on the map was place a new human character there. We will find out who that is if and when he activates. Alright, we have 1 action left, and I'm going to use that action to move into this space. This is a difficult terrain, so it will take both my actions, my move actions. I will take 1 damage because I've moved. Oh, that is so annoying. And that puts us at the Palisades, which gives us the option of performing a quest action next round. that is. Let's go for this. It is time to activate, and it is bugs and super mutants. All right. That's so tiresome. Right. So the super mutant is right next to us. He's not ranged, but he is aggressive, so he's going to move in and he is going to attack us right away. Now, we still don't have dog meat because it's not the start of the next round. This is the end of the first round, the previous round. So let's do it. All right, he's a level 3, can only take hits in the body, but he does give me some loot, so who knows? Let's see what we have. 1 hit to the body, so we didn't do anything. 1 pip to us. We didn't take any damage. We managed to dodge and weave, and we're all good. That is a relief. Okay, start of the next round. Dogmeat is healed, so he comes back. Hey, Dogmeat, how are you going? I'm going to quest for a wasteland encounter, and we'll see what we have. 240, so this is one of the ones we put in, I think, at the very beginning, right? Yes, it is. It's one we put in at the start, part of the setup, so this is part of the story. You hear a familiar sound that you can't quite place, and a familiar feeling calls to you. Wanderlust kicks in, and your journey takes a fresh turn. All right, we start heading towards town, or we seek answers in the wasteland. I kind of wonder whether we should head towards town. So there's a couple of things I need. Okay, I need some caps. I need Radaway. I'm not sure how I'm going to get caps. At least not 4 of them to be able to do that. Let's head towards town. Let's see what the answer is. See what we have as a result of that. All right. Rumors lead you to someone seeking your help. Place your figure in any settlement space, stage 150, and trash this one. Okay. Any settlement space, but we... Oh, I see, we don't want to do that. Oh, because that puts us all the way over here. Oh, let's show you. We don't want to do that because that puts us either at Boxcar or at the hub. And where we want to go is Lost Hills Bunker. Well, we chose that route, right? We have to take the knocks as they come. So I'm going to go to Boxcar. Because that seems like the best route. Oh boy, that was a bad choice. I should have gone for the other one, which I could have just carried on from where I was. But hey, all right, stage 150. So we'll take 150 from the deck. What do we have with 150 then? The recent war and destruction in the wasteland has left many homeless, but no one has been as affected as the local ghoul populace. Already viewed as pariahs, a bounty has been put out on certain ghouls, which has led to all of them being shunned. Kill the bounty hunter, kill a bounty hunter, and find a new uninhabited place for them to settle. So explore a dangerous tile. So it is exploring one of these tiles, these red tiles, which we can do. We can do that straight away, actually. We can, we're right next to one. So we could explore that tile, and that would give us another card, but also it would give us a workshop upgrade, and workshop upgrades we need. We need 3 workshop upgrades for this. We are well on the way to achieving that goal. Of course, this is not just going to complete the whole thing, but at least now we are able to do what we need to do, move things forward. That's a good start. It is the next turn for us. Dogmeat has 2 pips, and we reduced that to 1 pip. So he's starting to heal, licking his wounds already. What shall we do? We need to head up to Lost Hills Bunker. We need to get there as fast as we can. We can move to... That takes us to here. It doesn't take us very far. And then we can come up this way, perhaps. We're going to lose... So if we move 1, 2, 3, 4, there's kind of a risk there, but let's see how it is. That loses us 2 HP. Maybe we'll do a camp action. That loses us 2 HP because that's 2 movement actions. That's all we have. That's all we're going to do because we need to be up there. Activates men, and the Mylurk will also activate as well. So the Mylurk is here. She will move 1 closer, and it could be either of those 2, so I'm going to move her into there. The men will activate, and hopefully he's not aggressive. He is not. Alright, we've managed to duck out of the way somehow. Start of the next turn, Dogmeat, licking his wounds some more. So the next turn he's going to be back with us. So I'm going to... That super mutant is over in a space over there. If I move into this space and he activates, he's going to move in, and he is aggressive, so he's going to attack us. But if I spend 2 actions, one to go into there, another one to go into here, that means he is 2 spaces away. No, he's 1 space away. So we'll have to risk it, won't we? We will have to risk it. And hope we don't get knocked back to Crossroads Camp like immediately. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, we need to do 1. It costs us 2 to go into there. We take 1 damage. There is always a possibility that mutant is going to activate. Oh, this is a decision. I'm just going to go for it. So we get 2, 1, 2. Oh, that moves him away from us. So we're safe. Yes, because he's not ranged. Phew, but we take 1 more damage. Let's just hope here we don't have anything unexpected going on, because frankly that will be horrid. That is the end of that particular turn. And let's go humans and robots. Okay, so he will turn over. He is a Protectron. And the human... no, actually he won't turn over. We've seen what he is. I'm not going to worry about it. Because he's not adjacent. You see, we're no longer on this tile. Look at that. And the human doesn't activate because he is not on our tile. So, start of the turn. Dogmeat is healed. Come back, Dogmeat. Welcome. I'm going to perform a camp action, first of all, because I have a feeling that maybe something related to handing in the holodisc is going to be potentially doing some damage to me. So I'd rather heal a little bit and skip a turn. I don't know what I might do. I might do that. So that, 2 camp actions, brings me back up to full HP. That gives me a bit of breathing space, right? We don't move anywhere, but that's fine. And therefore, that is the end of that turn. We activate super mutants and very nasty people. The super mutant will move 1 closer to us. He will move up to here. No one else will go. So I guess we have, let's see, do we have any activations in here? We didn't, did we? Oh, we did. We didn't deal with that. So, what we didn't do last turn was activate this dude. So let's do that now. I was wondering where those activations, I thought the odds of both activations being in here. So we know there's going to be another activation in there. So we place an acolyte to the nearest unexplored tile to Crossroads Camp. That is going to be this one, because that is Crossroads Camp. So he is going to go on there. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, 1 movement point to move into Lost Hills Bunker. We take 1 damage for that. And we can now perform our action at Lost Hills Bunker, which is bring back the holodisc. So bring back the holodisc. Quest at Lost Hills Bunker with the holodisc. So 1 star. So we know we get that. I know it's meaningless, but it just looks nice, doesn't it? Lots of starry things happening. 1 XP. Let's do that straight away. And we will deal with the cards in a moment. So we've had our 1 XP, and now we go to our quest card. We can have 1 group XP, 1 camp token, or 1 group cat. We already have a camp token which I haven't spent yet. And I might actually place it up there, where we are right now. I think a group cap because I have no caps. And it says group cap because if there were more than 1 player or more than 1 character, then each of the characters would get 1 cap or 1 item. All right, that's covered on that front. We now need to stage 172 and 266. It looks like they're all coming from this one. Okay. Let's see what we have. 172 and 266. 226. I was going to say I didn't think there was a 266. And add 171. 171. And 171 is a wasteland encounter, so we'll take 1 off that deck, mix them up, try to forget which one is which, because, you know, I'm not entirely sure which is which now. Good. Just keep doing it and distracting yourself. And this one gets trashed. So now we have another 2 cards out. We have the Boxcar Children, and we have Mariposa Military Base. Okay, so it looks like Mariposa Military Base is the next stage of the main quest. Shocked at your display of bravery, the Brotherhood welcome you as one of their own. I am back in the Brotherhood, baby, yeah! That is awesome. Recent events have shown that the strange mutants are being created at a nearby base using a virus known as FEV. Place a quest marker 3 spaces away from your current space. This is Mariposa Military Base. So I guess we need to put it somewhere that we've already explored. So let's get a quest marker. So quest markers, this is a cool system, I think. We get these little triangular shapes. You get, now I need pairs of these, and I've just pulled out all of them completely different. They come in pairs of colors, and you'll place one of these somewhere on the board based on, and then one of them on the card or the item that it relates to. So you can match the 2 items together. So place a quest marker 3 spaces away from your current space. This is Mariposa Military Base. It counts as a level 3 wasteland encounter in addition to other icons in that space. So it can be somewhere else. Now it says 3 spaces, not 3 tiles, so we don't have to put it all the way down here. So we are here, so 1, 2, 3. Let's not put it inside difficult terrain. Let's not put it up here where things get clustered, so let's put it here. Alright, so that marker tells us where this extra place is, and then we will place the other marker on here in a second when we have gone through the rest of it. So we can't do number 1 because that will forward our enemies. So number 2, head to the base and destroy the FEV. Have encounters at Mariposa Military Base until you destroy the FEV. So I'm going to guess that the card we placed into the Wasteland Encounter deck is exactly that. So we have potentially 2, maybe 1 quest there to make that happen. And if we do it, we get 1 XP, but we get, you see there is, oh no, it is just 1 XP. I thought it was 2 pluses there, but it isn't 2 pluses. It's a dot. And then we get some more cards to play with. All right, so we will put that, so that matches what's on the board. The other card came out, the Boxcar Children, and I think I've played this one before. A group of orphans in need of charity, stage 230. Each objective may be completed only once. Place a marker on each objective that has been completed. When all objectives have been completed, trash this card so we can give them weapons. So we go to Boxcar. Now, where is Boxcar? We've already exposed Boxcar, right? Yes, that's here. That's all the way down there. Yeah, that's not great. Give them caps. They'll need them. Spend 5 caps. Yeah, spend 5 caps. Right, definitely. Discard 1 drug item. Okay, well maybe we won't worry too much about that. So I don't think that's going to be the most important task we're going to get ourselves there. This is the one we need to deal with, to move the main task onwards, and that's not very far away. The one thing we did forget to do, we go back to Nowhere to Go, which is find a new uninhabited place for the ghouls to settle. We staged 152, but what we didn't do was claim our workshop upgrade. So let's do that now. So these are the workshop upgrades. Give them a little shuffle just to be sure. And what do we have? Radlab. At any camp token, spend 3 caps to recover 3 radiation. Now, that's pretty good, particularly since radiation's hard to get rid of. Then resolve the quest effect of another lab upgrade that you have not used this turn without spending caps. Okay, so it'd be good to have more than one of these, but we don't have more than one of these right now. We have what we have. And that's just the way of things. So it might be useful, but again, we need caps. You know, I need caps to buy that, and I need caps to do the lab as well. So maybe, you know, one of the areas that we can get caps is to quest at settlements, because then you end up doing jobs for people, or finding things, or stealing things, or whatever. Wasteland encounters are a little more ambiguous as to what you're going to get. So settlements, but the problem is, our nearest settlement is, guess where? Boxcar, or the hub, which are about the same distance away. We don't have anything on there. So that's annoying. So maybe when we come down to this one, we should explore this tile. Perhaps there'll be a settlement on there. Fingers crossed, there will be a settlement on there. So I'm thinking it's time to give ourselves a little bit of scope and see if there's another way we can get around it. Maybe we can come around this way. Now, this is a red tile, so it's potentially going to be difficult, challenging in some way. But why don't we see? Right, let's just see. We will move 1 space. We will take 1 damage as a result of that because of our mutation, and we will explore here. Robco Factory, and that's really not what I wanted, because you may be able to see the green here. That is radiation, and we're already pretty high, so we're going to take 1 radiation. Oh boy. That's not good. Well, let's put Mr. Gutsy out here. He's ranged, but he is not aggressive. Again, we have a wasteland location and not much in the way of settlements. So we're kind of trapped here. I mean, I guess if we do a lot, if a lot of damage happens here, you know, we can camp and recover at least some of it, which may be the better way. Let's go for it. We're going to spend our 1 cap And we're going to move. No, first of all, we need to end that round properly and activate bugs, men, and shield. Okay, we have no men and no bugs in adjacent spaces. Fantastic. But another shield comes out. There are 2 on the board. We need to put this shield at an unexplored tile, nearest unexplored tile, close to Crossroads Camp. Now, I'm not sure whether there can be more than one on there, because this is definitely the nearest tile. Well, it is unexplored, so I guess there's 2 on there now. And we have some consolation in that we know there's no enemy activation on here, or no unity activation, so that's good. All right, let's go. 1, 2. And he's going to attack us. So we have 1 more space to move. Let's take that 1 damage from the move, because it says when you perform a move action, we have performed a move action even though we haven't completed it. Dogmeat is going to be with me. He can take a body hit, so we have taken him out. Oh my, look at this. Well, that's very exciting. Look, there's a body hit, there's a body hit, there's a body hit, and there is a body hit. Oh, marvelous. Dogmeat doesn't take any damage. So we've definitely taken him out. We've done 1, 2, we've done 4 body hits. But there are 3 pips. We can ignore 2 of the pips. Can't ignore the 1 pip. He is a level 3, so I take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's ever so close. But we have defeated him. And we get some goodies. Let's see what we have. It is Lucky Luck Bobblehead. Immediately discard to gain an L perk. Well, we'll have that. We'll take that. We'll gain an L. Let's see what we can have. Luck. It's the ones with the little black cat on them. So, first of all, we have Swift Learner. Discard to level up. Keep both special tokens if you gain a perk. Well, that's an I. I picked 1 too many there, look. I thought I recognized that one. Right, let's do this properly. We have Ricochet. Discard when you kill an enemy to also kill another enemy within 3 spaces of that enemy. That could be nice. Grim Reaper. Discard to become death itself until the end of your turn. Perform 1 additional action after each fight in which you kill an enemy. Discard to gain 8 caps. Now I wonder, with my scarce cap supply, which one of those I'm going to get. And frankly, I'm going to discard it straight away. We are going to get 8 caps. There we go. The blue ones are 5, look. And the red ones. Oh. All right, I'm going to say that that was a very fortunate outcome. So let's deal with him. He goes back on the bottom of the pile. And we bring out Stephen Boone. Oh, Behemoth. Great. Oh, no. He's meant to be face down. I keep doing that. So let's choose the next one. There's 1 more in the pile that we don't know about. So he's face down. We have 1 movement left. That gets us to where we're going. And I think I am going to camp, because I'm a little concerned about going into something where I have to destroy. That's what it says, destroy. That gives me 3. Now, there's no real other benefit to camp, because normally you can trade between different characters when you camp and so on, but activations. Oh, super mutants and bugs. We don't have a bug. No bug, but we do have the supermutant, so he's going to come over. He's aggressive, but he's not ranged. He's a brute, so he's very similar to. Yes, looks like there are two brutes in the list. He's very similar. He's basically the same type as we just killed. Next round. Let's do it. Let's do an encounter at Mariposa Military, which is a level 3 wasteland encounter. So we will encounter at the wasteland encounter, right? Let's see, this may be a generic one, or it may be one that we've placed in. Oh, it is 171. So let's cover that over. Look, see. If Mariposa Military Base is no longer staged, press this card and encounter the next card. If not, at Mariposa, okay. We descend into the ruins of Mariposa Military Base, finding vats of roiling, is that a word? Roiling green liquid deep within. There is no doubt in your mind that this is the FEV. Destroy the vats. Collect some of the FEV if loyal with the shields. We're not loyal with the shields, so we only have one. So destroying the vats is roll a 4 with an S and an I. We have an I, so we can do one reroll. Okay, let's roll 4 then. So Dogmeat can't actually help me out in challenges, only in combat, because you know he's a dog, right? He can't like do clever stuff like open doors and press buttons. Okay, so we need to roll 4, and we have one reroll. We have roll 2. I'm going to re-roll 2 of them, and we have 2 still. That is unfortunate. Fail. You failed to find a good way to dispose of it. Suffer 2 rads, and add this card. This is not looking good. I don't think I've ever had this much radiation. That was a second action, so we need to activate. It's a little unfortunate. So I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back to that. It's a little tough. Let's see if we can gain something that will give us some advantages. All right, activations are, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, we didn't move this one down on the last one, did we? Right. Men and robots. We have robots. 2 robots out in adjacent tiles, so this one will just turn over. Here's a Protectron. He is the Mr. Gutsy will move closer. He is ranged, but he's not aggressive, so we're good. And the Acolyte will move 1 closer as well. And again, he is not aggressive. Activation. This guy will move down. So there are 3 on the board, so he will move an extra 1. But we don't add another one. We only add another one if there's less than 3. So I think we're going to have to come down here. We don't really want to come into this, so we're going to explore here. And either explore here or move to here. Hope we don't get another activation, because if we do, then this is going to move 2 spaces down. No, actually, you know, because we missed moving this on putting this 3rd tile out. So this should be here. Now, I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt here, because I am close to losing this game. So I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt and just move it once. I'm just going to give myself a little helping hand, because I don't think we're going to complete this. Let's explore this tile. Now, why am I exploring this tile? Because I want a settlement, and we don't have a settlement. We just have random rubbish to deal with. This game does not like me today. This is a rad roach. Radiation, just 1. Finally, we get a level 1 creature out. I'm going to spend 1 cap because we have a ton of them. And move 1, 2, 3. over to here. Dogmeat's going to come with me, of course. Take 1 damage. Now we're a little far away from enemies, a little bit safe at this point, but we definitely need to take something out on here. So there's my 2 actions. Now hoping if there's a shield on this card, then we have lost the game. Even with me potentially having a little cheat there, we've lost the game. And no, we're good. Okay, bugs and super mutants. Alright, so this super mutant is going to move 1 closer, and this bug is going to move 1 closer to here. Nobody's aggressive, nobody's ranged. That's a big help. Alright. Next round, let's explore this tile. Look at that. Another wasteland location, not a settlement. Ah boy. And there's a bounty hunter. Now the one thing we can think about, so that was my first action, but the one thing we can think about, Boxcar's only over here. And you know, we have, remarkably, we have a bunch of caps. And we can go to Boxcar, spend 5 caps, and get a workshop upgrade. We need 3 workshop upgrades for that. That could give us a little bit of a boost. So we can think about that. Now, we have to move into this space and deal with these 2. Now the advantage is they're both going to attack me. So I'm going to camp. Show you. So yes, these 2 are in this space. If I move into this space, which I can because there is just that little space there, I can move into a single movement. Then they're both going to attack me. And I am not exactly in a fit state to take any damage. So I'm going to camp and hope for the best. Oh, look at that. This moves down 1 for that, and because there are 3 shields on the board, it moves down 1 more. And there we have it. Unity have won us over. Now, if we look at the board, look how many enemies are out. Can you imagine what it's like playing true solo and all of these enemies activating and moving towards you? This is why I do the variant where only enemies on your tile and those around you activate. And even in this situation, that's potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies that can come at me, which is plenty enough. Well, that is disappointing. But you know, I think that quite early on, the fact that we've not been exposing settlements and not been able to do some of those settlement quests means that we will, well, we were unlikely to complete it. There you go. Fallout, Rise of the Master. The distinct advantage with losing this early, and I think this is maybe the 3rd or 4th card for the scenario that we've got out, is that you can play this scenario, and there's a whole bunch more stuff that I haven't got to yet. I hope you've enjoyed watching me lose at Fallout, the board game. When I play the slower game variant, where this moves down slower, and again the same kind of variants, then the game goes on much longer. And that gives you the space and the time to be able to jump around and move. And I prefer that format, frankly, if I have the time to play it, because it gives you a bit of breathing space. You get to discover all kinds of goodies in these cards, way beyond what you expect. I do hope this playthrough, even though it ended in less than successful circumstances, has entertained you enough. If so, please do like this video. Please share it. Do leave a comment. It's always great. And please subscribe for more of these. There's some unboxings coming. and there are some more playthroughs. Well, thank you so much for sticking with it, and I'll see you again real soon.